Hi. So you live in the Rainbow Nation and you probably want to get started with investing on the EasyEquities platform. You want to invest in stocks, bonds, and maybe dip your toes into the fancy world of ETFs. The problem for you is that you don't have the necessary skill set to help you select winning stocks, most importantly, at the right price and at the right time. With thousands of stocks and ETFs to choose from, where exactly is the starting point? If this sounds like you, then you're in the right place. I'm going to walk you through an investment strategy that you probably haven't ever heard before. It's an investment strategy that has outperformed every other investment strategy known to man over the past 200 years. It has left all other investment strategies in the dust. So this investment strategy I'm telling you about applies mathematics and statistics to help us detect hidden price patterns in all asset classes. So it's not just about stocks, it works for every other asset class, ETFs, currencies, commodities, and what have you. And the good thing is you don't have to do any of these number crunching yourself. There's a specialized software that I'm going to talk about shortly, and this software is going to help you navigate through all this. It's going to do all the number crunching for you. The most important thing for you is to understand the rationale and the concepts behind how this software works, and the rest is taken care of by the algorithm. So if you're ready, then let's go to my screen so I demonstrate what this is all about. So allow me to share this investment story with you. It's going to help you understand the strategy better. I've labeled my story a story brewed in the Easy Equities investment pot. So there are two people, Mr. A and Mr. B. Now, Mr. A invested 100,000 rand 10 years ago in shares of Pick and Pay. He never touched it because he believes that holding investments for the long term is the way to go. So after 10 years, the current value of his investment is 144,087 rand, right? Then comes Mr. B. Mr. B also started with the same amount, which is 100,000 rand. He also bought Pick and Pay shares the same time Mr. A bought his. That's 10 years ago. But what Mr. B does differently is that each year he buys the shares in March and then sells all of them in April. He holds the cash, waits until the next year, and then repeats the process all over again. So, in essence, he's just investing in Pick and Pay shares for 2 months, and specifically in March and in April. Yet, after 10 years, Mr. B's current investment from Pick and Pay is a whooping 342,775 rand. So the question I'm asking you is, how is that even possible? How is it possible that someone could invest only for 2 months over the past 10 years and still outshine someone who has been holding this stock for the past 10 years? So the answer to the question I asked is this slide. It's only possible through cyclical investing. With this squiggly line you see here, it is representative of the price of an asset. So in this case, we can assume that this squiggly line is depicting the price movement of Pick and Pay. So where you see the red arrow pointing down is where Mr. A bought his shares. Okay. So he bought it at the high, at the cyclical high for 10 rands. And then he sold at this point, which is for 12 rands. So it means he made a 20% profit. Now the green arrow depicts Mr. B. He knows about cyclical investing, and so he actually tries to buy the stock when the price gets to the cyclical low. Okay, so we can clearly see here that Mr. B bought the shares at a cheaper price and also sold it for 12 rand, he made 100%, whereas Mr. A made 20%. So this is all what the concept of cyclical investing is about. We are going to go to the screen right about now. So I show you a live example with the Pick and Pay share and then other stocks that are listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. So this is a cyclical model of the share price of Anglo Gold Ashanti for the entire year from January 1st to December 31st. We can clearly see that price tends to move up from the beginning of the year to the middle of April, and then it drifts downwards. Now, if we were to hold Anglo Gold shares over the past 10 years, this is what we would have made. We would have made a 6.34% profit, right? Now let's find out what we would have made on average if we were only investing from 1st of January to April 14, which coincides with the cyclical bullish trend. Okay, so there we go. So for just investing for even less than 4 months, we are making 24.94%. Whereas investing for the whole year, we're making just 6%. So this is the power of cyclical investing. How to use this tool is to follow the trajectory of the line. So if the line is going up, then it suggests that possibly when you buy, you follow the trajectory of the line, it means that you are going to make money buying that stock. This line you see here is trying to tell us that around this time of the year, it is a good time to buy. And if you buy, the price is going to go up. Let's have a look at the Pick and Pay shares. So Pick and Pay. Okay, so we have it here. So we can see that comparing the cyclical trend of Anglo Gold to Pick and Pay, you can see there's a difference. Whereas Anglo Gold tends to move from January all the way to April, Pick and Pay does something different. It tends to go down until around middle of March, and then it begins a very strong bullish trend until the end, somewhere the end of April. After that, it comes down and then it practically does nothing until the end of the year. So with this cyclical model, we can see that the best time to buy might be from March 16 to the 28th of April. And to confirm if it is true, we would need to backtest the previous year's performances. So we are testing over the past 10 years to see what has happened around this time of the year. So March 16th to April 28th. Before we do that, you can see that the average price for the period, that's from January to December, just holding is 3.72. Now watch what happens when we check for March, between March and April. There you go. So you can actually see that just between 2 months, we are making much more than what we would have made holding it for the entire year, which is why cyclical investing is something that you really need to consider. And these bar graphs you see here are depicting the profits or losses over the past 10 years. So the green bars are telling you that all these years they were profitable. It was only in 2017 that we had a loss. So this is what cyclical investing is about. And this tool is an excellent tool that's going to help you to be able to spot these trends. The good thing about cyclical investing is that you can actually begin to develop so many strategies around this. Let me give you a typical example. Assuming we buy Pick and Pay shares from March and then we sell all of them in April, what we could do is that we could look for other shares that have a cyclical bullish trend starting after April. Then we invest there maybe for 2, 3, 4 months. Once it goes up and the cyclical period is done, we close it in profit once again and then move on to the next stock. You understand? So this is a strategy that actually many people use, many professionals use. So there are so many ways you can go about this, but this is just one example that comes to mind. So this software there are so many packages for it. There's a 24-hour trial period where you pay $5 and then you have a 24-hour access to every asset on the website. And then we also have from 1 month subscription to a lifetime subscription. Um, with From the 1 month subscription, if you pay and then you search an instrument, may say you are looking for an instrument and you don't find it here, you can contact the support team of PipNode, and then they are going to add that instrument into the database, right? So you can send them an email here at support@pipnode.com, and then they will attend to you. So this is what the investment strategy is all about. I'll be bringing you more exciting content. Thank you so much.